days ago, we had a committee meeting on the senior high school curriculum of proposed by the Department of Education. Based on that committee meeting, there were comments from the members and also from some of the guests present 2 Mondays ago. Just to highlight some of the comments. First, yung senior high school grades 11 and 12, parang ang nangyayari kasi doon, yung learner pagka-graduate na doon, hindi naman siya job ready for quality work or hindi rin siya college ready. Yung job readiness, ang sinasabi namin, kaya namin masasabing hindi job ready for quality work, una, based already on industry itself, which is that they would still prefer to hire a college graduate. Secondly, by the fact that more than majority of the national certificates given by the Department of Education, TESDA through the Department of Education for Tech Voc graduates ng grade 12, karamihan doon, more than majority, NC2. Based on the Philippine Qualifications Framework, NC2 means you have skills, but hindi ka pa pwede mag-isa. Kailangan may guidance pa sa'yo. So how can that be job ready? And that is exactly what industry has been telling us. Tinetrain pa raw nila ulit pagdating sa kanila. So hindi naman talaga job ready. Thirdly, kung NC2 lang, and based on the courses given, we asked TESDA last week. Meron silang similar courses that they give in their own schools or in community TESDA schools na nakakabigay sila ng NC2 for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year of training. Bakit sa DepEd kailangan ng 2 years tapos NC2 lang? Pagdating naman sa college readiness, I think we already mentioned to DepEd that meron mga colleges and university that would take a look. Kung mag-a-apply ka kunyari sa isang college and university sa program na gusto mo, titingnan ng college and university ano yung strand o track na kinuha mo. Kung hindi ka kumuha ng tamang strand o tamang track, may bridging programs o magdadagdag sila, or worse, hindi kanila papayagan sa course na yon. We already have samples of colleges that have already told this committee na hindi nga nila tinatanggap kung hindi ka pala sa track na yon o sa strand na yon. So imagine, nagdagdag tayo ng 2 years sa 11 and 12 para sabihin sa learner na limitado na ang pwede mong college courses. Secondly, SHED last month, 2 Mondays ago, told this committee that merong bridging programs na nangyayari sa colleges and universities. Tinanong natin ang SHED, based on the proposed revisions ng DepEd, yung sinabi niyo sa amin 5+1, 5 core plus 1 elective, sigurado bang wala ng bridging programs? Ang sagot, and that is on record here, ang sagot ng SHED, that should be the case. But should ang ginamit nga kasi hindi rin nila sure So the bridging programs may continue despite the fact that binawasan nyo to 5 core subjects and 1 elective. And as pointed out by Honorable Kimbo, merong electives na medyo mabigat na kahit sa kolehiyo hindi naman pwede yun. So again, sabi natin, you will discuss internally, you will discuss with SHED and also with TESDA, and you will come back to us. Although wala kami na-receive ata today na lang. Pero before today, wala kami na-receive na any updates, So, Asik Jamir, we are excited to find out kung ano yung magiging, kung meron man, ano yung proposal na DepEd now. So, with the permission of the members present, DepEd, who will be the spokesperson for the briefing?
I'll be the spokesperson for today, Mr. Chair.
Sige, ikaw na bahala. You have the floor now.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Welcome po sa ating lahat. Good morning. Good morning to Representative Kimbo and Representative Ms. of the Strengthened Senior High School Program. So immediately after our hearing, to Mondays ago po, we convened within our within DepEd, and of course we talked to CHED and TESDA regarding the moving forward based on the recommendations of the House of Representatives. So we actually had an interagency meeting last night, yesterday, Mr. Chair, among DepEd, CHED, and TESDA, and these are the recommendations of during that interagency meeting. So can we move to the next slide, please? The question on is it possible to download CHED general education subjects to senior high school as recommended by the HOR? The answer po, Mr. Chair, is yes. Next slide, please. For the full download of CHED general education courses to DepEd senior high school, the recommendation is to the rationale for the House of Representatives Committee on Basic Education is to reduce the number of years in college, and there will be no bridging programs. So the original proposal of DepEd, Mr. Chair, if you remember when we presented last time, was we had 5 core subjects written here, which are aligned with CHED general education courses. So the new proposal, Mr. Chair, is to adopt the general education courses titles in our senior high school core subjects. So, Mr. Chair, we listened to your recommendation and the recommendation of the House of Representatives Committee on Basic Education. So we're retaining that po, Mr. Chair. So we're moving towards renaming our 5 core subjects as they are named in the GE general education subjects, Mr. Chair.
ASEC? Yes. Before you proceed, para maliwanag, kasi CHED is here already.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Ilan ba ang, we asked last week, CHED, ilan ba ang GE subjects na naiiwan pa rin sa universities and colleges as mandated by CHED? Kasi yung sinabi sa amin dati during an EDCOM 2 meeting, sometime in March, my understanding was there were still 8 GE subjects remaining. So, Dr. Elipanya, will you be the one to respond for CHED? Or
Mr.
someone else will respond? Ilan ba talaga ang GE subjects na naiiwan pa rin sa colleges and universities?
There are 8 subjects, sir.
So tama yun, 8.
Yes po.
That is correct. Yung sinabi sa EDCOM 2 meeting, that is correct. 8
Yes.
subjects. Ilang units yung 8 subjects na yun? Kasi baka may 3 units isa nun.
3 units.
So 24 units talaga yun. ASEC, when you say that you have aligned it title-wise lang? Or kasi
content
5 yung
set.
inyo eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
8 yung kanila. So may 3 hindi nyo in-adopt.
If I may continue,
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Chair, yung susunod po na slide will address the other 3.
Okay.
So, for the 3 other GE courses, which are Art Appreciation, the Contemporary World, and Ethics, the recommendation is for CHED to remove these 3 GE courses because they can be mapped against the basic education curriculum. For example, Art Appreciation can be mapped in basic education arts subject, learning area. The Contemporary World can be mapped against Araling Panlipunan in our basic education, and ethics could be mapped against GMRC and values education, Mr. Chair. So that would be a total of 8. So 5 po ina-adapt namin, aligned with the CHED GE courses, and we are adapting that as our core courses, and then we are recommending the removal of these 3 GE courses in higher education because they're already mapped in basic education.
ASEC, pasensya na, no? Dati kasi mas marami pa yung GE subjects ng colleges, di ba? Ang ginawa dati, dinownload yan sa senior high school, sa basic education, dinagdagan naman ng dinagdagan ngayon ng CHED ng subjects o ng mga, that's why effectively humaba pa ang colleges by asking CHED to delete the 3 dahil pwede nyo ma-equate yun sa certain subjects. So ibig sabihin baka naman sa 3 yun magdadagdag na naman sila ng 5.
I suppose CHED could answer that question.
Yes,
Mr. Chair.
Dr. Elipanya, will that happen again?
No, sir. The purpose is actually to make to shorten the years, the number of lessen the number of units so that we can shorten the years. So we are actually really planning on really looking at each of the courses and see what can be merged, and so that there will also be no redundancies. We are working on lessening the number of units.
Yes. So, Dr. Levy, para sure lang ako dati kasi ang daming GE subjects talaga before 11 and 12 was introduced. Naghanap sila ng subjects sa 11 and 12, Hindi ko na maalam kung eksakto sa GE, pero nangyari, nagbawas nga ng GE subjects, pero the colleges and universities, through their technical panels, started adding subjects. In this case, will that happen again? Itong tatlong GE subjects na sinasabi na okay na to kasi covered na siya ng arts, araling panlipunan, GMRC and values ng basic education. Pag tinanggal yung 9 units to, no, sa colleges, mangyayari ba?
No.
Magdadagdag ang technical panel ulit or ang colleges ng at least 9? Hindi naman.
Definitely hindi po, sir.
Definitely hindi. So magbabawas talaga ng 9 subjects doon, na 9 units.
Yes.
Walang substitution doon, walang replacement.
Wala. Kasi
Yes.
nagre-reframing po ngayon.
Sige.
Talagang we will make sure hindi siya madadagdag.
Sige. Yung 5 na ASEC, when you say you will download, ano ibig sabihin? You will copy. Parang same competencies yung 5 may iwan sa GE. Hindi mawawala yung 5 as GE subjects sa CHED, correct? Dr. Levy? Yung 5 yun, retained yung 5 GE.
Yes.
So, ini-mirror lang ng DepEd sa 11 and 12. Retitled, competencies will be almost similar or similar.
Actually, the same title po siya, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
The competencies have been updated and
Yes.
it has been worked on between DepEd and CHED. So, napag-usapan po yan,
Yes.
Mr. Chair. So, aligned na po siya.
Aligned na siya.
Yes,
Ay,
Mr. Chair.
very good. Ang ganda. Then, Dr. Levy, since aligned na yung 5, if a college or university has advanced placement examinations, they can take that and if they pass that, makikredit
Yes.
yung 5 yun.
Yes.
Yes, so that will be 15 units. In fact, mas maganda pa, may 3 nawala na.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright,
So,
thank you.
Sir, yes, that was actually my clarification. Kasi po, in this proposal, so instead of strands, you have clusters. And
Mr. Chair.
students are allowed to choose electives within those clusters.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So it is actually possible. For example, if I am in the STEM cluster, it's actually possible for me to avoid trigonometry.
That is possible, Mr.
It's possible,
Chair.
right? But then, when I get to college, unlike today, kasi pag sinabing STEM strand, may trigonometry. Tama?
Yes, Mr.
Kaya
Chair.
sa college, pag sinabing STEM ako sa senior high, automatic, pwede ko nang i-avoid ang trigonometry. Kaya, pagpasok ko sa college, napupunta na ako sa higher math. That's how it is today. But because you are shifting from strands to clusters, and it's possible for me to avoid subjects like trigonometry, paano yan ngayon, right?
Mr. Chair?
So in short, even if you're saying that you will follow the CHED GE subjects, but it is actually possible that even if you belong to a certain cluster, for example, STEM, you may actually avoid all the math subjects in STEM and just choose science electives. But then you're called a STEM cluster senior high graduate when you get to college. Tama?
That is possible, Mr. Chair. And that's why,
Right? So meaning to say, colleges now will have to revert to the pre-K to 12 curriculum. Kasi right now, nagpalit ang colleges ng kanilang curriculum because keeping in mind that there are strands and these strands have fixed subjects, right? Kaya alam nila, ito pwede na mag-substitute for certain GE subjects in college. Therefore, ito na ang revised college curricula. Kaya lang, today, iba-iba na ang magiging itsura ng mga estudyante pagdating sa college because precisely, it's free choice. Di ba po? So, yun ang sa tingin ko magiging implication ng college. Babalik sila ngayon sa pre-K to 12 curriculum. Tama ba? And at the same time, hindi na matik na just because you took the STEM cluster, ay pwede mo nang i-avoid ang certain math requisites. Or, so, meaning to say, kailangan na nilang mag-advanced placement exams.
DepEd will respond. I think we get the point of the question. So, paano ngayon?
so Mr. Chair, we're strengthening our guidance counseling program to exactly avoid that kind of incidents where a student can just take whatever.
Pasensya na, sir. I don't think it's just that. Kasi, even if the guidance counselor will say, don't do this but do that. And not all schools have guidance counselors, sir. Hindi po lahat. So, at hindi sapat. And hindi naman yun, hindi required yung bata na makinig dun sa counselor, di ba? Persuasive lang naman po yun. I don't think the guidance counselor can solve that. So kung gano'n ang situation na electives na siya, I think ang magbabago is yung CHED. Tama ba? So,
Yes. As a engineer, kasama din sa question, pre-K to 12, pag nasa basic education ka, walang trigonometry na tinuturo doon sa basic, yung K, yung dating until 4th year high school.
I remember meron po, Mr.
Meron,
Chair.
nawala yun.
no, what I'm saying, Chair,
Yes.
is sa college kasi,
Yes.
pag STEM ka, ina-assume syempre na yung mga bata kompleto na sa trigonometry, etc. And therefore, when you get to college, for example, in UP, hindi ka na mag-Math 17, diretso ka na sa Math 21. Unlike before, kahit na nagtapos ka ng trigonometry in high school, pagpasok mo ng college, you still take Math 17 and you repeat it.
Yes. Shed, tama yun.
But today, because nga may electives, it's actually possible that a student will completely avoid trigonometry. And they said yes. Kasi ang STEM cluster will have many electives and you can completely avoid math. And just concentrate on science. Tama? Yes, di ba? O so paano yun? Paano yung situation na yun? So pagdating mo halimbawa,
Wait. Again, pre-K to 12, we had until 4th year high school lang. Tama? Correct. Ang colleges noon, 4 years lang. Except for a few engineering na 5 taon. Ngayon, with the introduction of K to 12, nagdagdag kayo ng 11 and 12, humaba pa nga yung iba eh. Then may bridging programs. So, paano nangyari lahat ito na merong, saan yung fault? Kasi sabi ni Honorable Kimbo ngayon, since wala nang STEM talaga as a strand, mangyayari, hahaba na naman.
ang magiging problema is it's possible na kahit na STEM cluster ka, you may actually not have the math electives that you were.
Then what is the consequence? Hahaba ang college?
No. The consequence is pagdating mo ng college, hindi dapat ina-assume ng colleges na ang mga bata ay merong all of these subjects. Na, which means to say, ang colleges will now return to the pre-K to 12 curriculum.
Okay.
Yan ang sinasabi ko.
It will not.
I don't know.
Will
That's my
that
question.
Will that
That's my
lengthen the
question.
colleges or
Not
not?
necessarily, because if they will make available advanced placement exams, at dito papasok si guidance counselor. So kung effective ang guidance counseling at available ang advanced placement exams at talagang pinapatupad ng colleges at in-encourage lahat ng bata, mag-take kayo ng advanced placement exam, ay pwedeng 3 years matapos ang bata. Pero again, this is all a matter of implementation.
Yes, but at the end of the day, hindi ko hinahabol yung 3 years talaga. Ang hinahabol ko, mawala yung bridging programs. Nag-extend na tayo ng 2 taon sa basic education, pero ngayon may bridging programs pa, umahaba pa. And then, technical panels start adding subjects. So the question is, what Honorable Kimbo is mentioning now, pag bumalik sa old curriculum ang college, bakit hindi naman hahaba from the basic na, and if humaba, bakit?
Siguro, Chair, bago natin, that's why I wanted to pose it as a question to CHED. Tama ba yung conclusion ko? Kasi nga, you're shifting from a strand to a cluster, in which case, hindi matik na kompleto yung listahan ng mga subjects na meron yung bata. So ano yung implication sa college? Tama ba yung sinasabi ko?
Thank you, Madam Chair, for the questions. Tama po yung assumption natin na ang mangyayari nito, kailangang masilip muli ng komisyon, lalo na ng mga technical panels, yung sinasabi niyo pong assumptions. Kasi ma'am, nung pong binuo natin yung senior high school, maliit po yung runway natin for checking the alignment of the requirements of the discipline sa CHED vis-a-vis senior high school. Ngayon po yung espasyo natin mas maayos. Kaya po mangyayari, 2 po yung magagawa natin. Yung ma-review natin yung kahingian ng bawat disiplina at kung ano yung nakalatag na sa core para hindi po umulit at magkaroon ng bridging. Yes,
That's what you're doing eh. Hindi nyo na ginawa yan, dinagdagan nyo ng bridging programs, meron pa kayo mga estudyante, pag hindi nag-STEM, hindi pwede mag-engineering. Ngayon, magmamaganda kayo na aayusin ninyo. Effectively, that's what you're telling us. I mean, di na, sobra na yan. Ang question is as simple as this. First, why did you not do your work? Secondly, pag bumalik sa old curriculum, na dati 4 years lang college, 5 first, dati talaga may N na 5 eh. Pero walang bridging programs yun. Pag assuming we adopt the new curriculum of DepEd, the proposed today, will that be a problem? Will we add years in college again? Hindi ba mawawala ang bridging programs nun?
Chair, mawawala po dapat ang bridging. So,
Ayan, yan yung ano nyo eh. You have to be specific to us. Mawawala ba o hindi?
dapat pong mawala at wala siya dapat talaga in the first place, Chair. Papaliwanag ko po kung bakit ganito ang sagot ng komisyon. Kasi po, napatunayan namin dun sa huling Iloilo Zonal Consultation ng CHED na nangyari po last week. Tinanong namin ng HEIs, nagkaroon ba talaga kayo ng bridging? May sumagot po na nagkaroon ng bridging at 2 types ng bridging po ang nakita namin sa field. Ito po ay 85 HEI sa pinag-uusapan natin. Meron po naglatag by virtue of their academic freedom in their admission policy. Pag may kulang ka na competency, kukunin mo yung bridging for the subject. Ang masama, Mr. Chair, meron pong nag-implement na HEIs, blanket bridging siya. Sabihin, nagdagdag po sila kahit na pumasa naman ako ng admission test. Kaya nga po, ma'am, so
Asked you to give us information today, ilan po sa HEIs ang merong bridging program?
ma'am, Visayas pa lang po yung nakuhanan namin ng information. Saglit lang po kasi po raw pa yung data na to.
Sir Fermin, you also have to add, meron kaming college na nagsabi na sa akin na pag nag-apply yung learner ng engineering at hindi STEM ang kinuha, they will not accept in engineering.
Apo, may ganun nga po.
Yung parang sinira nyo na rin yung future ng bata eh. Eh dati hindi naman ganun eh. Yes.
So, 85 respondents po ito na HEI sa Madam Chair, no? Visayas pa lang po ito. Ngayon po, as we speak, nangyayari po yung Luzon consultation. Sa Pangasinan po sila ngayon, no? Nung tinanong po namin, did your institution implement bridging programs for students transitioning from senior high school? Ang nagsabi po, meron po tayo na comprehensive bridging program for all students, 8.2% po nung sumagot. Tapos meron po tayong malaking number na yes, but limited bridging courses for selected students. Yung mga hindi talaga nakakapasa sa certain items sa admissions test. Samples po nito ay communication skills, math, and science. So selected. Kung sino lang hindi nakaabot ng cut-off for certain subjects, pero pumasa yung final average nila for the admission. Ang tanong po dito, yung 8.2, what led them to deciding maglagay ng bridging program for all students? So may initial recommendation na po kami na dapat may guidance when to actually administer bridging programs moving forward.
Chair? I think it's a budget issue. Kasi tama ba ako? Kasi you acte, di ba? Kasi the budget of an SEC or LUC is number of students times tuition. So, ibig sabihin, kung hindi mo makuha ang number of students na desired, ang budget mo ay liliit. Tama? So, siguro, ang isang dahilan is, halimbawa, you are funded for 100 students. Pero halimbawa, kung 75 lang po ang pumasa dun sa admissions, pero may pondo pa naman for 25 pa, ay tama ba na kukunin na lang nila yung 25 na kahit hindi? Ay, kasi bridging eh. Ibig sabihin, tama ba ako? Ang ibig sabihin ng bridging is hindi ka pumasa, pero binigyan ka ng second chance. Malabea Alonso, di ba? Binigyan ka ng second chance. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng bridging program, di ba? Ilalagay ka muna sa isang parang remedial classes. Kaya nga sabi ko, give us a concrete description. Ano bang itsura ng bridging program? Ibig sabihin, kunwari, Communications 1, ano yung magiging remedial classes ng isang bata? 'Di ba? Ano yung communication subject niya, 'di ba? Kunwari, nandun ka sa bridging program.
Mga least mastered competencies po siya at exit.
Yes,
Yun na nga. So just
para kang very casual nandito.
I'm sorry po, Mr. Chair.
But so there are two questions. One is, could it be because of the budget, right?
Yeah.
They tend to maximize the budget. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, kung 75 lang ang pumasa, sa susunod na budget cycle kasi, mafa-fund na lang siya at 75, di ba? Kasi otherwise, di ba yun ang magiging implication nun eh. Kaya siguro, pinipilit ng mga SUCs or LUCs na punuin na lang dun sa dating funded cut 100 kahit na yung 25 ay hindi nag-meet ng standard. Is that a possibility? And then number 2, yun na nga, ano yung, is it a special set of classes different from yung classes ng freshmen na pumasa doon sa standards?
Okay, Madam Chair.
Wait. Before you respond. So sa una muna, kasi that's another issue na eh. The first issue is, if we accept yung curriculum nila, hahaba ba ang college years nila o hindi?
Ang
That is the basic thing here. Na matapos sila with the quality at the soonest possible time. Tama na muna yung budget. Sagutin nyo muna yan. Yes or no?
Yes, ikli po.
Hindi ikli.
Hindi po. Papaliwanag ko po, Madam
Yeah.
Chair, kung bakit siya ikli.
Okay.
Kasi po,
With the new proposal in today. Yes.
Kasi po, meron na po kaming 15 units na po out of 50 ng existing units ng GE ang nasa senior high school na. Yung
Correct.
15 po na yon, madadagdagan pa ng 3 courses. Yung
Yes.
Art Appreciation, Contemporary World Ethics.
Okay.
Kasi po, minap out po ng DepEd at na-review ko na po yon.
Yes.
Nasaan siya from grade 7 to 12.
Okay.
So present na po sila and we don't want a duplication.
Okay.
So, malinis na po yun. So, kung idadagdag po natin yung 3 units out of 15, meron pa po tayong madadagdag na total of 9 sa 15.
Yes,
Mr. Chair.
24.
That's already equivalent to 1 semester.
Yes, that's correct.
Right?
Oo. Plus, teka. Wait, Senator. And then after that, yung proposal nila ng 5, pag nag-advance placement doon, makabawas pa doon.
Yung sa electives po. So, kapag
Hindi elective, score nila. They have 5 subjects that they propose as core, which they are titling the same as the remaining 5 GE subjects. Doon muna tayo sa core nila. Yan yung sa second column
so, hindi
nila.
na po dapat, Mr. Chair, umulit.
Hindi, okay lang sa kalumulat. They mirror that lang. This will now be subject to a, kung meron advanced placement. So meron ka ng 24 units na binawas ninyo, merong 5 times 3 units, so 15 units na if they pass that advanced placement, pwedeng mabawasan din to. They mirror that, ito mirror lang. Hindi naman nila sinasabi sa inyo na alisin nyo. Yung 3 lang eh.
Kaya lang po, Chair, downloaded na po yung 5 subjects na to.
So, wala nang GE rin.
Di po, wala na po yung 15 units. Sure na kami dyan. Currently lang po, papakita lang po namin with finality sa commission, yung 9 units po, kasi kahapon lang po
Yes.
natapos.
Okay.
Mawawala na yung 24 units.
24 so 1 SEM ang mawawala.
Yun. Yeah.
Next question, madadagdagan dahil nagtanggal ng 24 units o mababawasan, magdadagdag ba kayo? O yung technical panels, hindi dapat.
Hindi po namin pwedeng tanggalin lahat kasi po, meron pong emerging global trends kung paano nire-reconfigure ang GE. Yun po yung pinag-uusapan ngayon sa
Okay.
zonal consultation.
So, sa 24 na possible mawala, ilan yung possible na ma-reintroduce?
Ngayon po, Mr. Chair, in the models that we are studying, from the original 50, as we have carved it right now, dahil bumaba po yung 8 subjects na to, ang nakikita namin na initial model, 6 lang
Okay.
ang matitira.
Okay.
Kaya lang, Chair, meron po tayong concern dun sa mandated subjects. Nandun pa rin po kasi yung Rizal. Nandun po yung NSTP. Nandun din po yung
again,
PE natin.
Permin, take into account all those. Right now, may 4 years kayo, di ba? Plus bridging programs. Merong ganon di ba? Ang tanong ko lang, with this new curriculum, yung 4 years na yan, mababawasan ba o hindi?
Mababawasan po.
Pag nabawasan siya to 3.5 years, is it going to happen naman na biglang yung technical panels magre-reintroduce ng mga bago para bumalik sa 4 or 4.5?
Mahabang proseso po ang kanilang pagdadaanan kasi kailangan po nila ma-justify.
So you're assuring us, pag nag-agree kayo ng DepEd dito, it's possible na maging 3.5 years, hindi na haba, mawawala yung bridging.
Opo.
Yes.